FX6 is out, A7S3 is in. So I want to talk about what are the conditions that led up to that decision and why the A7S3 is the right choice. I'm not getting rid of the FX6. It is not clickbait. It is not the right choice as much as I want it to be for my retainer client. So I post so many vlogs about my retainer, and it's a lot of UGC style. It's a lot of green screen, which this does come in handy for that. It's a lot of phone content. I'm filming on my phone. It's a iPhone 13 Pro. I want this to work because this is a better system than this. The reason I am opting out of this is not a client decision. They don't care. They want an MP4 workflow. So in the past, I have just been transcoding these MXF files into MP4. That's great, works out, everybody's happy. There have now been requests to, can we hand off files on site? I don't have time to transcode. I don't want to burden them with that task. From their side, they're just saying, we don't like this file type. We like this one. Why can't you give us this one? So, unfortunately, for my retainer, this is not going to be the camera of choice. It'll still come into play when we need 2 cameras. I'll just have to transcode then. Or if I really was smart about this, maybe a second one of these. I'd rather have a second one of these, but whatever. So that is the reasoning for the switch. As far as how these cameras ergonomically play, I like this so much more. I like having the LCD screen up here, or here, or here, or here, flipped, whatever, mirrored, buttons on the side. This is great. I also love the longer run time of V-mount. Of course, you can put a V-mount on any camera. I love the dual XLR. I love all of the buttons everywhere. This is just an easier system to use. So what am I now getting now that I have to go to an A7S III? And that is a much, much smaller package, which on one side, I'm okay. That is nice. So I use my small rig teleprompter very frequently with them. And I like this teleprompter because I didn't need to get a base plate under to put the teleprompter here and then put the camera on the teleprompter base. I don't need to do that. This is a teleprompter that just goes into rails. So I can slide the teleprompter forward and back independent from this. If I just want to go with this, I can just take off the teleprompter. I don't have to take this bi-level monstrosity of a teleprompter because I use an iPad. Everything's small and easy. This is what I use for my dual rail system. It's an Axler VCT base plate and then an 8-sin shoulder plate right there. And I really, really like this system. It is a bit overkill. I don't need it, but for this, having this on here, sometimes I use shoulder mount for other gigs, so I was like, oh, I can just get the dual rail system here. Instead, we're gonna be going with this. That's it. 2 rails in, tighten that sucker down. And it's actually not this exact one. There's another one that I just ordered that's gonna have a 501 Manfrotto 501 plate, which is the same plate that Sackler uses. All of my systems are interchangeable base plates, and you're just gonna be able to slide the A7S III with the 501 onto there, and then this will go onto there. But like I said, it's a different one than this. Removing this 5 pounds, going to this like 0.3 pounds. And recently I have drifted away from using my external monitor. This used to be here. I used to get signal through the SDI, power through the DTAP. It's a great system. I like it. It's just, do I need it? Not really. I've been getting by with this and just tapping autofocus. Most of the stuff we're doing is inside, so I don't need a high nit monitor. It's okay, it's fine. But I can give up 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds. So what am I giving up? I'm giving up these very easy to access gain dials. I'm giving up all of the physical operation of these buttons. I'm giving up moving this LCD screen from being out here to being right here. Typically I'm on sticks, so it doesn't matter too much. Retaining touch focus on both systems and just going through a lot more of these batteries. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, I could even benefit from getting another one of these, even though I much prefer to take my business into the direction of having 2 of these and that be the C-Cam. But that can be for other clients. Like I said, not getting rid of this. If the FX6 Mark II comes out with anything different, I think my 2 biggest requests are native V-mount and MP4 codec. I have a lot of clients who have no clue what to do with an MXF file. It's not playing. Oh, there's no audio. Are you looking at it in VLC because it only uses a certain audio channel? Can you put it in an NLE? What's an NLE? It's just more problems than I want. And this can already do MP4 because the proxies are MP4, so I know it can do MP4. It has 720p MP4 files. I just wish they had a 4K option. They could make it super thin. I don't care. But at this point, there's nothing. So those would be the biggest 2. Native V-mount and MP4. And the reason I would like native V-mount, and I'm almost on the cusp of eliminating the V-mount setup, is so I get 98 watt hours per brick, right? 3.5 hours per V-mount, which is great. That's a great run time, and I have 3 of them, and it gets me through every day. The charger is big, and recently I've been thinking about getting these these BPU batteries from Sony, the OEM ones. They are exorbitantly priced. Like, there's no justification for their price, and they don't have any other power outs. However, there are some from Core that have a D-tap, have a USB-C. They're on sale right now, and I am in my frequent job type does not need multiple powered accessories. Usually there's one. It's the monitor, and right now I don't even have that. So I was thinking, could I sink $1,000 into new batteries and just get like 3 or 4 of them, or the charger, and then eliminate this, which really does eliminate a lot of space in the bag, or frees up a lot of space in the bag, and then these heavy boys, and then the heavy charger. But it might be $1,000 that doesn't need to be spent. I feel like there is some camera philosophy where over the years, I've decided to keep bigger cameras bigger, keep smaller cameras smaller. In the beginning, I would build this thing up with V-mounts and handles and mics over top, and then it's not engineered to perform that way, and you don't get the benefits of the camera that is engineered that way. So I have reduced back to this. This performs best in this form factor from my experience, and this performs best in this form factor. Not to say I can't experiment, I can't try adding accessories. I love doing that. But I am wondering, what if I revert back to how the camera was designed? What if I take this V-mount adapter off and we just go with the regular BPU battery, maybe from Core, and the camera is now this long. And the batteries, all 3 batteries, are about the size of one of these. It's lighter. I can hold it for longer times. Not relevant to this retainer that I have. The weight is now thrown off horribly forward if I do that. So That's why I wish there was a Mark II. But that is why the FX6 will not be going out anymore on the retainer, and we'll be using the A7S3. I've had some people ask me, why did you go for the A7S3 over the FX3? It's just price, because I got it used, and the EVF. Sometimes I use it as like a stills camera, not paid work, not a photographer anymore. So I just like to have that ability at times. Sensor matches perfectly, everything else matches perfectly. I just wanted a cheaper price point. And I haven't had any qualms with it. Throughout the, I don't know, maybe half a year that I've had it, there really hasn't been any point where I've said, I wish this was an FX3. It's great, highly recommend it. And that is the change happening with the gear. When I go back onto documentary jobs, I will revert back to this. I will revert back to having multiple power outs. I will have a more physically balanced system. Put the monitor back on, because long days looking at a tiny screen outside makes me want to kill myself. This is better suited for that. And it's just taken me a while to realize that this is better suited for that retainer client. So it's going to collect dust for a little bit because I'm at my retainer all the time. And I'll still bring it, actually, just to always have a backup.